Oh, thank you, Prakash Jaderi. How are you doing? I was just about to do like 20 minutes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not available for WhatsApp or any other kind of direct messaging. Oh, okay. I'm about to get started with some reading time. Just wanted to fix this. It was a little too loose. Okay, let me get that timer started. Okay, thank you. Yes, I have a boyfriend, and I have a boyfriend, and I have a boyfriend. So, nope, not available for direct communication. Okay, so let's get that timer going. 20 minutes right now. Okay, go to read some. Tip. Now think about this. Suppose you have a class that has several public members. Huh? Oh, hold on. I think I read that part last night. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. So, let's see. We'll just continue on then. Returning something different, virtually speaking. Oh, yeah, that's familiar too. Okay, hold on. We'll just start it from that. Returning something different, virtually speaking. Two words that sound similar and have similar meanings, but are nevertheless. Okay, hold on. Start that clock again. Returning something different, virtually speaking. Two words that sound similar and have similar meanings, but are nevertheless different are overload and override. Although both words appear in movies, danger, danger, the system's overloaded, so we need to override the built-in security. They're less glamorous in computer programming, but the real danger that results in an overloading of your brain is in confusing the two words, where one meaning overrides the other. So, first, let us clarify. To override means to take an existing function in a base class and give the function new code in a derived class. The function in the derived class has the same prototypes as the base class. It takes the same parameters and returns the same type. To overload means to take a function and write another function of the same name that takes a different set of parameters. An overloaded function can optionally return a different type, but the parameters must be different, whether in number or type or both. The overloaded function can live in the same class or in a derived class. The idea here is to create what appears to be a single function that can take several types of parameters. For example, append. You would be able to append a string to the end of the string represented by the instance, or you could append a single character to the end of the string represented by the instance. Now, although it feels like one function called append, really, you would implement it as two separate functions, one that takes the string parameter and one that takes the character parameter. Oh, I remember why I stopped reading now. Okay. In this section, we talk about one particular issue dealing with overriding functions. That is, replacing a function in a derived class. We said something a few paragraphs back that many others have said. We mentioned that the function must have the same parameter types and must return the same type. A situation tip. A situation exists under which you can violate this rule, although only slightly. You can violate the rule of an overridden function returning the same type as the original function if all three of the following are true. The overridden function returns an instance of a class derived from the type returned by the original function. You return either a pointer or a reference on an object. You return a pointer. The pointer doesn't refer to yet another pointer. Tip. Typically, you want to use this approach when you have a container class that holds multiple instances of another class. For example, you may have a class called peripheral. You may also have a container class called peripheral list, which holds instances of peripheral. You may later derive a new class from peripheral called printer and a new class for peripheral lists called printer list. If peripheral list has a function that returns an instance of peripheral, you would override that function in printer list. But instead of having it return an instance of peripheral, you would have it return an instance of printer. The overriding derived example shown in listing 4-1 shows how to perform this task. Oh, hi, Lexiber. This is C++ All-In-One For Dummies, 3rd edition. Oh, thank you, Blacking. Well, I'm glad I'm helping with your piece. Okay, so... Hi, John. I think Jackson is saying I'm autistic. I don't know. It's possible. Gotta get diagnosed. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get diagnosed when you're an adult, though. Puran Prakash Jadhari. Oh, it's 9:40 a.m. for you. That's cool. All right. Lexi Bear, if something is held for review, I don't review them. That's how that goes. Oh, I guess Ryan already knows here today on this one too. All right. Ryan already knows. Lexi Bear just likes getting into it with the mods. I don't know how you feel today. I know. I feel like my stomach hurts. That's what I feel like. Oh, my stomach hurts. All right, let's keep it going. Oh, bye, Jack. Oh, okay. Fat guy heavyweight from Houston, Texas. Sounds familiar. Jack got banned? I don't know about that. Okay. Here we go. What? Oh, here. Sorry. Listing 4-1. Overriding and returning a derived class. Hashtag include IOStream. Hashtag include string. Hashtag include map. Using namespace standard. Class for per field. Public. String name. Int price. Int serial number. Oh, thank you, Puran Prakash. Shad Harry. I appreciate you being kind, mod. Oh, alright. Peripheral, string, a name, int, a price, int, a serial, name, a name, price, a price, serial number, a serial. Class printer, public, peripheral, public, enum, printer type, laser, comma, inkjet, printer type, printer. Oh, the reason I show this part is I don't like to read every little thing. There's a lot. So if you're interested in looking at the code, you should really look at the code so you see all of the things I'm skipping over. All right. Printer type. Printer string a name, printer type a type, int a price, int a serial, colon, peripheral a name, a price, a serial, type a type. Type def map string comma peripheral space star peripheral map class peripheral list public peripheral map list virtual peripheral star get peripheral by name string name void add peripheral string name comma peripheral star space star per class printer list colon public peripheral list public printer star get peripheral by name string name peripheral star peripheral list colon get peripheral by name string name return list name void peripheral list colon add peripheral string name comma peripheral star per list name equals per printer star printer list colon get peripheral by name string name return static underscore cast printer star peripheral list colon get peripheral by name int main int arg c comma char star arg v with with a straight brace pair printer list dot add peripheral string koala new printer koala comma printer colon laser 150 comma 105483932 list dot add peripheral string bear. Oh, bear, fun. New printer bear comma printer inkjet 80 5427892 printer star my printer equals list dot get peripheral by name bear if my printer does not equal 0 see out my printer gets price and line return 0. We used oh, Jesus, I'm not really at a point to be able to do anything like that right now. I'm just reviewing some C++. Ooh. No, I didn't forget to say it. There's a reason why I show all of that, so I don't say any of that. That's why if anyone's interested, they should be looking at what I'm showing. Because I don't have all the time ever to go over every single mark. We used a special type called map, which is simply a container or list that holds items in pairs. The first item in the part is called a key, and the second item is called a value. You can then retrieve items from the map based on the key. In this example, we're storing peripherals, the value based on a name, which is a string, the key. To create the map, we use a type def and specify the two types involved. First the key and then the value. The key is a string and the value is a pointer to peripheral. The type def then looks like this. Okay, before I get that going, oh, that's cool. I don't know the username because it's a language I don't understand, but they said, I want to burn this prayer song into each of our trembling hearts, and someday I want to turn the tears I've shed into a new path. I'll sing to the endless sky forever, here I bring. That's nice. Oh, thank you, Paran. Prakash Shadhari. Oh, let's see. Oh, new Hellman, I'm on the clock. As much as I'd love to slow down, I'm on the clock. Okay, last one, and then I gotta get back to trying to get more than just 2 pages done today. That'd be great. People are weak and strong, aren't they? I miss sacrifice and ego. Right now, I want to live for myself, not for someone else. I offer prayers to the far distance. I'm still small. Wow. Wow. That's true. Okay. Oh, my stomach is just no. And a lot of it. Okay. Type dev, map, string, peripheral, star, peripheral map. Again, I'm not reading every little thing. That's why I show this. This line creates a type of a map that enables this line creates a type of a map that enables us to store a set of peripheral instances, and we can look them up based on a name. To put an item in the map, we use a notation similar to that of an array, where list is the map name, where list is the map, name is a string, and per is a pointer to peripheral. The key goes inside square brackets like this. Okay, so the whole thing is people are weak and strong, aren't they? Amidst sacrifice and ego, right now I want to live for myself, not for someone else. I offer prayers to the far distance. I'm still small, but I'll keep walking if there is a path, if there is a tomorrow there. Yeah, I feel that. Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. Okay, so that's how it looks with they were saying about the square braces. So the list and then square braces with name and between the square braces and then equals per and then a semicolon. To retrieve the item, we simply refer to the map using the brackets again as in this line from the listing. Return list square brackets with a name and then semicolon. In listing 4-1, we have a peripheral class, and from that we derive a printer class. We then have a container class that we created called peripheral list, and from that we derived a class called printer list. The idea is that the printer list holds only instances of the class called printer. So in the code, we overrode the get peripheral by name function. The version inside printer list casts the item to a printer. We did this because the items in the list are instances of peripheral list. But if we were to leave this function as is, then every time we wanted to retrieve a printer, we'd give back a pointer to a peripheral instance, and we'd have to cast it to a printer star type. But that's annoying. We don't want to have to do that every time because we're lazy. Instead, we overrode the get peripheral by name function and did the cast right in there. Even though we overrode it, we're allowed to return from the function a slightly different but related type, and it works. Technical stuff. The code in listing 4-1 has a small bug. Nothing is stopping you from putting an instance of peripheral in the printer list container, or for that matter, you could put an instance of any other class derived from peripheral if there were more. But when we retrieve the instance in the get peripheral by name, we automatically cast it to a printer. That would be a problem if somebody had stuffed something else in there other than a printer instance. To prevent that, create a special add peripheral function for the printer list class that takes specifically a printer. To do that, you would make the add peripheral function in printer list virtual and then override it, modifying the parameter to take a printer rather than peripheral. When you do so, you'll hide the function in the base class, but that's okay. You don't want people calling that one because that can take any peripheral, not just a printer instance. When you run this application, you should get an output value of 80, the price of the printer named Bear. All right, that's a good place. Oh, hi, job_3.109. You should definitely charge your phone. That would be great. I'm closing this stream down in a bit. Aiden Animations, I'm doing good. Just going to close the stream down in a bit. I'm just running out the clock a bit. Hoping my stomach feels better soon. It's really, ow. It wasn't painful, but then I took a nap and I woke up and it's painful. I don't know. Okay, that's time. Hopefully you'll feel better soon. All right, friends, I'm going to put a pin on things here and go on to the rest of my evening. It is almost 9 p.m. my time, and I should get some more sleep. I have another day of work tomorrow, so I want to make sure I'm good for it. So thank you for checking out some reading time with C++ All-In For Dummies. Good night, Rainer, Dina. Good night, job_3.109. Good night, Aiden Animations. Good night, Black King. Again. And good night, Rainer, Dina again, technically. And then, New Hellman, if you're still here. And Jesus, if you're still here. And good night, Puran, Prakash, Todd, Harry, but technically good morning for you. And please enjoy your day. And I don't know why Jack is banned, but... and good night, Jack. Good night, fat guy, heavyweight. And, Luxbear, I guess, got bored. But good night to Luxbear also. Again. Alright then, so... okay, Kate, it's 11:40 by you. Well, good night to you also then, Kate. Oh, that sounds really sad. Okay, well, if you're talking about an actual crash, keep recovering well, please. But yeah, I'm actually ending the stream now, so that's good time you have. Okay, so good night. Luna. Gee, your name got fancy. Nice to see you again. What? You had a crush? Okay, well, gee, we're gonna have to talk about that later if you have time and your arm is not giving you trouble. Oh, all right then. Um, Thank you very kindly. Good night to anyone who I may have missed. And if anyone should check this out in the future, it's possible. Wherever, whenever, whatever, however, just make the most of it. That's kind of the most important part. Bye bye.